In an era where spiritual understanding and historical truth converge, we embark on a journey beyond traditional religious beliefs. A journey that will take us through the labyrinth of divine worship, drawing back the curtain to reveal the secrets of ancient deities. We'll grapple with the paradoxes and contradictions woven into the pages of the Bible, and shine a light on the often overlooked perspectives of the Gnostics. As we navigate the turbulent waters of religious misuse, we will uncover how faith has been wielded as a weapon throughout history. And finally, we'll arrive at the shores of rediscovery, where spirituality and divinity are seen through a new lens. Join us as we delve into the heart of ancient texts, critique established religious doctrines, and invite you to reconsider what you know about divinity, humanity, and the interconnected universe. The story begins with the Anunnaki, ancient Sumerian deities whose influence extends beyond their mythical origins. These deities have been etched into the annals of human history, not as mere figments of ancient imagination, but as entities that have shaped our understanding of divinity and our concepts of worship. The Anunnaki, as per the ancient Sumerian texts, were celestial beings from another world. They descended to Earth not as gods, but as beings with superior knowledge and technology. Over time, their presence has been woven into the tapestry of human society, and they were revered as gods due to their abilities that far exceeded human capacities. Among the Anunnaki, 3 figureheads stand out: Anu, Enki, and Enlil. Anu, the sky god, was the supreme deity, father of all gods, and the one who held the reins of the universe. Enki, the god of wisdom, was the engineer of the human race, a being of intellect and innovation. Enlil, the god of air and storms, held dominion over Earth and its inhabitants. Each of these deities played a significant role in shaping the dynamics of divine worship in the ancient world, and their influence extends to the religious doctrines of today. The narrative of the Anunnaki challenges the conventional understanding of divine worship. It suggests that our perception of gods and divine entities may have been inspired by these beings who were not divine in essence, but were revered as such due to their superior abilities and knowledge. This narrative invites us to question the origins of our religious beliefs and the foundations of divine worship. The Anunnaki's influence on early religious texts is evident, as many of the themes and stories echo their narrative. These ancient texts, instead of being divinely inspired, could be the chronicles of human interactions with these otherworldly beings. This perspective challenges the traditional understanding of divine inspiration and infallibility of religious texts, and invites a reevaluation of our understanding of divinity. In essence, the Anunnaki narrative is not just a story of ancient gods, but a mirror reflecting the human inclination to defy the unknown, to seek divinity in what we cannot comprehend. It is a testament to human curiosity, imagination, and our innate desire to understand our place in the universe. As we delve deeper into this narrative, we begin to see a different perspective of divine worship that challenges our traditional beliefs. It nudges us to question, to seek, and to understand the roots of our faith. It invites us to embark on a journey beyond the confines of established doctrines, to explore the cosmos, and to discover the divine not just in celestial entities, but within ourselves and the world that surrounds us. A critical analysis of the Bible reveals a myriad of contradictions and moral quandaries. As we delve deeper into the labyrinth of ancient scriptures, we find ourselves confronted with a perplexing paradox. The God we've come to know as benevolent, compassionate, and loving is also depicted as the author of violent acts, promoter of punitive measures, and in some instances, an instigator of genocide. Take, for instance, the narrative of the Great Flood. The God of love, in a fit of righteous anger, wipes out all of humanity, sparing only Noah and his family. This act of global annihilation contradicts the image of a loving, merciful God. Similarly, the tale of Sodom and Gomorrah paints a picture of a deity willing to rain down fire and brimstone on cities full of people. Again, we find ourselves grappling with the discord between the God of love and a God who sanctions such violence. And then, there are the laws handed down in the books of Leviticus and Deuteronomy. Here, we find rules that endorse slavery, condone the stoning of disobedient children, and permit the taking of virgins as war booty. These passages seem to clash with the teachings of love, mercy, and justice that are so often emphasized in religious teachings. Further complicating matters is the concept of an unchanging and all-knowing God. If God is indeed unchanging, how do we reconcile the seemingly contradictory depictions of God found within the Bible itself? If God is all-knowing, why are there instances in the Bible where God appears to change his mind, such as in the story of Jonah and the city of Nineveh? These contradictions and discrepancies raise questions about the nature of divine justice as portrayed in the Bible. If the same God who is said to be the epitome of love and mercy can also sanction acts of violence, slavery, and genocide, what does this say about the concept of divine justice? In the quest for answers, we may find ourselves questioning not just the nature of God, but also the nature of the texts that claim to reveal him. How much of these texts are divinely inspired, and how much are human constructs reflecting the beliefs, cultures, and societal norms of their times? These questions, while unsettling, are crucial in our journey towards a deeper understanding of the divine. They challenge us to look beyond literal interpretations, to seek the context behind the text, and to engage with these ancient scriptures in a way that is both critical and compassionate. The contradictions and misinterpretations in the Bible lead us to question the implications of divine justice as portrayed in Scripture. Transitioning from traditional biblical criticism, we delve into the insights offered by Gnosticism and the Nag Hammadi texts. As we wade into the waters of Gnosticism, we find ourselves in a realm where divinity is not an external entity to be worshipped, but an internal spark to be kindled. The Gnostics, a diverse group of early Christian sects, held a unique perspective on salvation. They believed that salvation was not granted through faith or good deeds, but through self-knowledge, through the realization of one's own divine nature. The Gnostic Gospel of Thomas succinctly puts it as, "He who knows himself knows the depth of all." This concept of self-realization is a stark departure from the Orthodox Christian view of an external divine. The Gnostics proposed a concept of the divine that is fundamentally different from the traditional monotheistic God. They spoke of an ultimate divine entity, a perfect, transcendent, unknowable God, far removed from the flawed, wrathful deity depicted in many religious texts. To the Gnostics, the God of the Old Testament was not the ultimate divine but a lesser entity, a demiurge, who was ignorant of the superior realms of existence. This demiurge, in his ignorance, believed himself to be the sole God and created the material world, a flawed reflection of the spiritual realms. The demiurge's creation is not the ultimate reality, but an illusion, a veil that obscures the true divine light within each individual. The Gnostic perspective is more than a critique of traditional religious narratives. It's a philosophical stance that shifts the locus of divinity, from an external deity to the inner self. It suggests that we are not merely creations of a divine entity, but bearers of the divine spark. We are not sinners in need of salvation, but divine beings in need of awakening. This shift has profound implications. It challenges the notion of religious hierarchy and authority. It undermines the need for intermediaries between the individual and the divine. It places the responsibility of spiritual growth on the individual, fostering a path of self-discovery, introspection, and personal transformation. Yet, it's crucial to note that Gnosticism is not a call to narcissistic self-worship. It's a call to recognize the divine potential within oneself and others, to foster empathy, compassion, and mutual respect. It's a call to break free from the shackles of dogma and to embark on a personal journey towards spiritual enlightenment. The Gnostic perspective offers a stark contrast to Orthodox Christianity, inviting us to reconsider our understanding of divinity. As we explore these ancient texts and philosophies, we are encouraged to question, to seek, and to find our own path towards understanding the divine. In the end, it's not about accepting a single truth, but about embracing the journey of seeking truth itself. Religion, throughout history, has been used to justify atrocities, perpetuate social injustices, and maintain power structures. To grasp this truth, let's delve into the annals of history. The Crusades of the Middle Ages, for instance, were a series of religious wars waged under the guise of reclaiming the Holy Land. However, beneath this righteous facade lay a more sinister motive: the consolidation of power and wealth. The Crusades led to countless deaths, the spread of disease, and the cultural and economic devastation of entire regions. Fast forward to the era of colonization, where religion was wielded as a tool for conquest. The doctrine of manifest destiny, deeply rooted in Christian beliefs, was used to justify the expansion of European empires to the New World. This led to the displacement and decimation of indigenous populations, the forced conversion of native peoples, and the imposition of foreign religious and cultural norms. Christianity, in this context, was not a beacon of love and compassion, but a weapon of oppression. In more recent times, we've seen how religion can be manipulated to fuel ideological conflicts and societal divisions. The rise of religious fundamentalism in the late 20th century has resulted in waves of violence, from sectarian conflicts to acts of terrorism. These acts are often justified through a distorted interpretation of religious texts, furthering the divide between different religious communities and leading to widespread suffering. It's not just wars and violence, though. Religion has also been used to uphold social injustices. Take, for instance, the caste system in India, a social hierarchy sanctioned by religious texts that has oppressed millions for centuries. Or consider the patriarchal norms prevalent in many religious societies, where scripture is used to justify the subjugation of women. It's imperative to understand, however, that the misuse of religion is not a reflection of the religion itself, but of those who distort its teachings for their own gain. For every instance of religion being used as a tool for harm, there are countless examples of religious teachings inspiring acts of kindness, compassion, and social justice. Yet, these historical and contemporary examples of the misuse of religion should serve as a stark reminder. A reminder of the potential for harm when religion is wielded as a tool for power, rather than a path to spiritual growth and understanding. The misuse of religion reminds us of the need for a reevaluation of spirituality and a more inclusive understanding of divinity. In our quest for truth, we propose a reevaluation of spirituality and divinity that transcends traditional religious boundaries. It's a call to look beyond the confines of dogma, to unshackle ourselves from the chains of doctrine, and to embrace a spirituality that is as vast and as boundless as the cosmos itself. This spirituality we speak of is not one that is cloistered in temples, mosques, or churches, but one that thrives in the heart of every atom, every star, every living being. It is a spirituality that recognizes the divine in the rustling of the leaves, in the ebb and flow of the tides, in the laughter of a child, and in the silence of the night. It is a spirituality of universal love, a love that does not discriminate, does not judge, does not divide, but unifies, heals, and transcends. Imagine a world where every heart beats in unison, every soul resonates with the other, where the lines that divide us vanish, and all that remains is a symphony of interconnectedness. In this grand tapestry of existence, we are not mere spectators, but active participants. We are not separate from the divine. We are expressions of the divine. Each of us holds a spark of divinity, a spark that illuminates our path, that guides us, that inspires us to be better, to do better, to love better. As we recognize this divine spark within us, we begin to see it everywhere, in the eyes of the stranger, in the beauty of nature, in the vastness of the cosmos. It is this perspective that has the power to foster global healing, to promote unity, and to deepen our connection to the universe. This journey invites us to rediscover divinity within ourselves and in every aspect of the cosmos. We've journeyed beyond traditional faith, questioned established doctrines, and proposed a reevaluation of spirituality. We've delved into the roots of divine worship, unmasked biblical contradictions, and unveiled the Gnostic perspective. We've uncovered the misuse of religion and charted a path towards rediscovering divinity. Throughout this journey, we've challenged long-held beliefs, inviting a fresh perspective that transcends the limitations of traditional religious narratives. We've explored the idea of a more inclusive understanding of the divine, one that acknowledges the interconnected fabric of the universe and the spark of divinity within each individual. We've advocated for a spirituality that embraces universal love, fosters global healing, and promotes a deeper connection to the cosmos. As we conclude this journey, we invite you to continue questioning, seeking, and discovering a deeper understanding of the divine within you and the universe around you.